Today, we will be installing a stainless steel heated air curtain on the front door of a restaurant. While only one door will be used, an 84-inch unit is being installed for aesthetic purposes. Inside the cabinet, however, only one side is occupied. The unit being installed is Aire's Elite Vestibule Exception, or EVE for short, and can be used in commercial applications requiring an aesthetically pleasing, quiet, and effective unit that is capable of separating environments and preventing the infiltration of insects. EVEs can also be used, as the name implies, as an exception to costly vestibules. All Aire air curtains are shipped ready to install. Simply inspect the unit, remove it from its protective crate, and get ready for installation. Be sure to identify the wiring diagram and installation instructions, as you will need to keep them handy during the installation. For safety, it is recommended that a qualified electrician conducts the installation of the electrical components from the building's main power source to where the air curtain is being installed. Before you begin, double check to make sure that the power is turned off at the source, as it will not be needed until the air curtain is ready to be powered on. Measure the distance from the back edge of the air curtain to the first threaded rod hole. You will also need to measure the distance between the front and back mounting holes, as this will tell you where the holes need to be drilled in the ceiling, if you're hanging from the ceiling, as we are in this application. You will now measure and mark the holes in the ceiling so that you can hang the strut. Remember that each application is unique, such as this uneven ceiling, and a strut threaded rod combo may not always be necessary. Once the holes have been marked, you can drill the holes where the mounting lags will be inserted. You can now install your strut. The first person can hold the bars in place while a second person secures them. As each building is different, plan ahead to ensure you have the drill pieces, whether it is wood, cement, metal, or a combination into which you're drilling or installing the bolts. You can then move the external power into a position where it will be easily accessed when needed. With the air curtain still on the ground, screw the threaded rods into the threaded rod holes on the air curtain. In this application, we will be using channel nuts, mounting plates, and regular nuts to adjust and hold the air curtain in place. The channel nuts should be screwed onto the threaded rod prior to lifting the air curtain into position. Before hanging the air curtain, conduct one final inspection to identify where the air curtain will be placed. You can now lift the air curtain and guide the threaded rod through the strut. Once through, we attach the mounting plate topside and use the nuts to secure the threaded rod at the top. If this were a flat ceiling, the nuts would be secured below the strut. Struts provide the flexibility to mount in regular applications such as this, but are equally useful for standard installs. If a third person is available, they can assist as needed to help secure the mounting plates and nuts, or provide any additional support that is required. Remember to align the channel nut grooves with the side of the strut. Once you have secured the topside nuts and mounting plates, the air curtain should be able to hang on its own. Gradually reduce supporting the air curtain until you have confirmed this. Adjustments can be made by twisting the threaded rod or top nuts to ensure that the curtain is level both front to back and left to right. Once this is complete, the air curtain can be fully tightened and secured. After the adjustments have been made, double check to ensure that the threaded rod is firmly connected to the threaded rod holes in the air curtain. When you are satisfied with the position and leveling of the air curtain, make sure that the nuts, washer plates, and channel nuts are secure and tight. It's now time to connect power to the air curtain. The first step will be to connect the external power to the air curtain. As power varies from application to application and air curtain to air curtain, it's recommended that you consult the wiring diagram for proper connection. In addition to the wiring diagram, remember to make sure you are following all local and national electric codes. In this application, the X1 and X2 wires will be connected to the main disconnect switch. You will also need to identify a safe grounding point and run the grounding wire from the main power into that point. Reed switches are commonly used for the activation of air curtains. The magnet is installed on the moving part of the door and the wired switch on the stationary frame. Use a continuity meter to test the connection. Next, you will run the wire from the junction box to the reed switch. You can now connect and screw the wires into the reed switch and junction box. Refer to the wiring diagram for additional instructions, as the installation of reed switches varies from air curtain to air curtain. Visually inspect the unit after wiring to make sure it is free of any debris. Prior to turning on power at the breaker, turn on all switches on the air curtain to on or full. When the door is open, the air curtain should instantly run at its maximum power. While running, again inspect the air curtain to ensure proper performance. Remember to turn the disconnect switch back to off before installing the filters and faceplate. You are now ready to close the air curtain. Place the filters inside the curtain before installing the faceplate. Use caution during this process to ensure that the faceplate stays free from any dings, dents, and scratches. Finally, we recommend wiping down the unit. A stainless steel or multi-purpose cleaner should do the trick. Remember, do not spray cleaner directly into the unit. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us at the information available on the screen.